Hey folks, Labruski here. Today I wanted to come on and talk about the Batman film that came out in 2022. Directed by Matt Reeves, starring Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz, Colin Farrell, Paul Dano, and then Jeffrey Wright. The cast across the board is stacked, in my opinion. I think everyone does a phenomenal job. Especially Colin Farrell as the Penguin. He's my favorite character in the film. I think he's awesome. So as of this recording, it came out a little over 2 years ago now, and I kind of want to talk a bit about first my anticipation around the film. You know, when that trailer came out in fall of 2020, I mean, my hype was like through the roof. I was sold completely. So walking into that theater with that hype, that expectation, was very exciting. I saw, it was sold out. The theater it was an advanced screening, and the atmosphere. Everyone was super excited. As cheesy as that might be, you definitely could feel it in the air. And walking out of that theater, I was a little underwhelmed. I wouldn't say I was disappointed, but I was a little underwhelmed, and I just felt like the movie was missing something. And I still kind of do. I recognize that it's an amazing film. I do enjoy it, but there is something that's missing for me, and I can't quite place my finger on it. But anyhow, the film starts out with the Riddler murdering the mayor of Gotham in this awesome kind of scene. It kind of makes the Riddler feel like he's out of like a horror movie. It's a very kind of, you're on your edge. You're on the edge of your seat the entire time, and it's very tense, and it does make the Riddler feel like he's out of a horror movie. And so we follow Batman trying to figure out, first off, why the mayor died, why he was killed, who killed him, and that kind of leads the Batman into meeting Catwoman. He teams up with Commissioner Gordon, who, he's the only cop sticking his neck out for Batman, like he kind of always is. And, this is early into Batman's career. It's only, I believe it's year 2. Takes a lot of inspiration from The Long Halloween and Batman Year 1, which I really like. Go read those, especially if you like this film. Go read those stories. Long Halloween is one of my favorite Batman stories ever. So, it follows Commissioner Gordon and Batman trying to figure out who the heck is behind these killings of these political figures, these powerful men in Gotham, and why is he doing this? We kind of find out that the reason Riddler's killing all these people is because there's a rat, and everyone's kind of covering for this rat. And Riddler says, once this comes out, it's going to turn Gotham upside down. And, eventually it does, and I won't spoil it, just in case you haven't seen the film, but go watch it, like I said. Anyhow, and I don't think the twist, who the rat was, I don't think it flips Gotham upside down. I think it's good, but I don't think it made that big of an impact. And maybe we'll see more of that in, like, the sequels and stuff. How big of an impact it was to the city. But I don't know. I even before that, I just don't think the impact was really shown. But I did notice some small details that I did enjoy. At the very beginning of the film, when Batman shows up to the Iceberg Lounge, we have this establishing shot. And in one of the windows of the buildings that's above the Iceberg Lounge, you can see someone in the window. And I think that's supposed to be the Riddler. It's later revealed that he lives right across the street from the Iceberg Lounge, which makes a lot of sense. Like, why wouldn't Batman... he got these photos of people coming out of the Iceberg Lounge. I don't know why Batman or Commissioner Gordon didn't think of, like, let's investigate what's across the street. Let's figure out what's going on there, and maybe get an idea of who the tenants are. Anyhow, that's a small nitpick. And there's another thing, a detail that I noticed of when the chase sequence is happening with the Penguin, it's revealed that the Penguin is not the Rat. Spoilers. And the Penguin turns on this road, and it says wrong way. And I'm like, well, maybe that's a little nod to the fact that they're Batman and Commissioner Gordon are going down the wrong path, and they're not. That's not the lead they should be following. So I thought that was kind of cool. Just small little things like that for me kind of enhances the experience. Some things that I didn't love on the second viewing. Well, first off, I'm pretty sure Falcone, he has those scratches, the Catwoman scratches, on his face before the scratch happens. So I don't know what that's about. I thought that was weird. It's a small little thing, and you really barely can notice it. But I don't know. It's just weird that it's there, and they kind of missed that detail. And that maybe originally he was supposed to get scratched later on. Earlier in the film, and they cut that scene, or they just didn't go with it, and that's why there's scratches there before he's scratched by Catwoman. That's a small little nitpick. Another thing that I don't really love are some of the character choices. First, the Thomas Wayne thing that's revealed. I don't. It kind of paints Thomas Wayne as not a very smart individual. If he goes to Falcone, a known mobster, with an issue with a reporter, what was the objective there for Thomas Wayne? What was he trying to get out other than to have that reporter killed? And in my mind, it just they don't set it up where like Falcone and Thomas Wayne were buddies, and it was just normal for them to confide in each other. So I just don't understand why Thomas Wayne would go to Falcone. First off, how would Falcone interpret that any other way than like, oh, he wants me to take this guy out? So I just thought that was kind of silly. I don't like the whole Lorata-Tata thing. I think that's, I don't know. It's just, and maybe they kind of did that on purpose to have the mistake, like, oh, Batman and Commissioner Gordon, they mess up every now and then. But I just feel like they would have, I don't know, done a quick Google search as far as that goes and figure out like the true meaning behind. I don't know. It's a small thing, not a big deal. I just don't think it's explained well enough why they think it would be the Penguin. Like they mention a rat with wings. It's to me, it's like, okay, a bat, obviously. How do you get Penguin? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something that I don't know. So leave a comment if I'm missing something and I'm whatever. But so overall, I do enjoy the film. There are some nitpick things that I don't love, but I do kind of want to talk about kind of the future of this Batman universe franchise thingy. Because clearly they are going to continue to expand upon this Batman universe that Matt Reeves created outside of James Gunn's DCU now. It was announced that Penguin's going to get his own show. And I don't know if it was ever officially announced, but, there was talks of like an Arkham Asylum show and then a Gotham PD show, kind of like... which I would hope it would be like Gotham Central, a book I'm reading right now, and I absolutely love it. I think that'd be still cool. I would love to see that, especially in this dark and gritty Gotham. So, they are definitely expanding upon the universe. A sequel was announced pretty early on after the release, and it did just get delayed to October of 2026. It's kind of a bummer, but I don't know. To me, it's like, take your time, make a good film. I want to see a better film than a rushed film. So, yeah, that's all I got. See ya.